Hey everybody, thanks for clicking that thumbnail. Welcome to Talking Habs, and in this video it is an odds and ends video, so it's a grab bag of news stories that I wouldn't make a full video on, although there is one here, I don't know. And so I put it all in this grab bag. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Before we get to that, if you're new to this channel, you're a Habs fan like I am and looking for a bunch of different kind of videos, previews, reviews, live streams, this kind of stuff, and all kinds of different videos. Please subscribe, ring that notifications bell. That'll get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let's get right into it. All right, so NHL's record holder for most consecutive games played with 964. Doug Jarvis turned 66 today. He's a former Hab, and he never missed a regular season game in his career from 1975 to 1987. Doug Jarvis used to be I believe the center on the Gainey, was it Jarvis, Gainey, Nyland at first, and then Carbonneau replaced Jarvis. So Jarvis was an Iron Man, never missed a regular season game in his career. So 66 today. Happy birthday, Doug Jarvis. Next up, NHL may have to extend season beyond May 10th. So because of the recent Montreal Canadian, obviously the postponement of all the games, they may have to go beyond May 10th because they're committed to getting all 56 games for every team in, and this could prove very difficult going forward because of it's kind of a really jammed schedule, at least for Montreal anyway. I don't see how they're going to make up any of these games that are missed. They have maybe one day that they can do that in the schedule that's left. So it's going to have to go beyond May 8th. I believe they're already going to May 10th, and they may find that if there's more of these kind of delays for teams, they're going to have to go beyond that. So we may find that there is an extension to the season and a little bit of a delay for the start of the playoffs because of that, right? Also, it may be if it turns out to be impossible, because I forgot this. If it turns out to be impossible for them to get all 56 games in for each team, they may have to go to winning percentages, which is what they used in the RTP. So keep an eye on the winning percentages because it could be very important if they're not able to extend the season and get all the games in. So very important thing to watch for. Could the Habs be after St. Louis defenseman Vince Dunn? And maybe not Ekholm, because we all know Marc Bergevin doesn't usually go after the targets that we're all talking about or that's talked about in the media. And I think Vince Dunn might be still available. St. Louis is still right up at the cap. He is an RFA at the end of the season, and I think they might be looking to move him. So you maybe see a Lehkonen for Vince Dunn trade. They're both RFAs. Lehkonen makes actually a little bit more, so I'm not sure if that would work for a team that's under cap issues. But so are we, so maybe Montreal holds a little bit of his salary for the rest of the season. So I don't know. This is kind of, I was just reading and looking around, and this is something I came across, and it actually makes sense. So maybe, because, he holds his cards close to the vest. So, we're all looking at Ekholm, and Predators just kind of upped the Ekholm price. Apparently they were asking for more now. Yeah, apparently they've upped their ask. So maybe there's a lot of interest, and it becomes more expensive. So maybe we'll see something different like Vince Dunn. We were talking about Vince Dunn going into the season, so not a bad thing. He is signed just to the end of the season. $1.875 million he makes. I think I put it up there. So, that's something, and you retain, he's an RFA, so you have some control after. So this could be an option. Like Ekholm has one more year left on his contract after this season, which would be, something of interest. It's kind of the same for Dunn because, RFA status, you have some sort of control. Tim Peel, I guess we're going to get to that now. Imagine you guys have heard Tim Peel, referee, longtime NHL referee, was caught on a hot mic saying this. Send the children away. It wasn't much, but I wanted to get a fucking penalty against Nashville early and his mic was cut. And apparently he missed a call, and it was on a play like at the crease, and it looked like some kind of an interference play on the player, the Nashville player. So by not calling it, well, let's put it this way. We all know there's something called makeup calls, right? They call penalties to make it up, so keep it even, managing the game. We all know this happens. We all know that the refs sometimes overlook calls. We all know these things, right? This kind of confirms that. It confirms what we've all known all this time, that, the refs try to affect the game. So the NHL, I wrote this and then I found out other info. NHL's looking into into this thing from the Preds Wings game. So they were playing the Red Wings. Do refs make up calls or ignore calls? And I wrote, yep. And then I found out that a statement from the NHL. Did I put it there? So the NHL statement. They fire, I put in quotes, Tim Peel. He was retiring April 24th. Here's the NHL statement, and you'll see why I put fired in quotes. Tim Peel no longer will be working NHL games now or in the future. Right? So he was scheduled to be fired, to retire April 24th. He's reffed over 1,300 NHL games. So was he fired or not? Because that doesn't say he was fired. He'll no longer be working NHL games now or in the future. So he didn't get fired. He's still going to retire, get all his stuff and all that. Yeah, it's a bit of a punishment. I get it. But, I mean, he didn't get fired. Part of the statement was this also. Nothing is more important than ensuring the integrity of our game. Tim Peel's conduct is in direct contradiction to the adherence to that cornerstone principle that we demand of our officials, and that our fans, players, coaches, and all those associated with our game expect and deserve. There is no justification for his comments, no matter the context or his intention. And the National Hockey League will take any and all steps necessary to protect the integrity of our game. So that's a bit of the bullshit statement by the NHL. Now, I say it's bullshit because, honestly, if they cared about the integrity of their game with the refs, would we see all these questionable calls all through the league? And listen, this year it's been horrible. Right? As fans, we know this. As fans of Montreal Canadiens, I've known this since I'm a kid. I can't remember a time when this wasn't the case. And I wrote something to that extent, but that's after. So was he fired for the bad non-call or saying the F word on live TV? Kind of sounds like he was punished for the F word, although they do mention intent. There's no justification for his comments, no matter the context or his intention. So if they're saying or his intention, they're kind of acknowledging that it's not just like that he blew the call or he held the call back for whatever. There was an intent behind it, possibly. It's kind of bullshit. I mean, look at the player. If you want to know why I'm saying bullshit, look at the player safety, the Department of Player Safety, DOPS. I add an E in between the P and the S because that's what they are. They talk a good game and they do nothing. And that's what this is. They talked a good game. Will they do anything? I don't know. Okay, so now it comes to, fixing the NHL's rule book. Yeah. I was on Twitter and stuff. Part of the problem is the NHL rule book. So they're saying, well, they need to call the game by the book, by the rules, blah, 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 the penalty call it. It's not as easy as that. I have to give that to the refs. It's not as easy as that. The NHL rule book's not really clear. The rules aren't always fair. The example given was for a high stick, right? For an accidental high stick, you get a bigger penalty if you draw blood. You get a bigger penalty than you do for boarding a player, which is an intentional hit. I don't care what you say. You board somebody, it's an intentional hit. Where an accidental high stick, So it's imbalanced. It's not, the rule book needs to be fixed. They need to fix the rules, make them clear, and then apply them in a clear, direct way, consistently, all the time. Doesn't matter what period it is. It doesn't matter if it's the first game of the season, the last game of the season, or game 7 of a Stanley Cup final. And that's really how it is, and they got to fix that rule book. You know, it's a big problem. It's a systemic problem in that I've been watching hockey for 50 years. I don't remember a time when I didn't feel, and it never changed through my whole life. It's not like I learned the game more and it changed, that I didn't feel that the refs don't call the game properly. So, time for my question. I wrote out a question and I'm wondering this. This is for, well, I'll read it. Are all the TSN and Sportsnet, etc. type people, so the media, talking heads, who are acknowledging the problem exposed by Tim Peel, saying they didn't know before this that something is wrong with officiating? And if so, why didn't they see what we as fans have seen since I can remember? Since I can remember, going back to the 70s, that we see that the refs just, they don't call it by the book, if you want to say that, right? Without bias at all. You know, just coming in, doing the right job that they're supposed to do, no bias to either team, because one team said something about refs 3 games ago, they're penalizing them, or they're not not calling from the other team. That's been going on since I can remember. The hypocrisy runs deep and far and wide as well. Our eye test shows us the wildly inconsistent way the game is officiated. But only now are all the talking heads going to say they felt all along something was wrong and the NHL needs to fix it. Oh, well, I knew all along that it was not right and blah, blah, blah. Where the fuck were they? Where the fuck were all of you before this? Where were they all before this incident now that they're all going to talk about, and they're all going to say, oh, I knew this before and I wanted them to do, and I did this and I'm this and I, but where were you to talk out about it? When there was an incident that we all saw that was wrong and that's crazy, where were you talking heads all of these years? Not just this year where sometimes they said something. All of these years, where were you guys? To say, hey, the refs aren't doing the job right. Complicit, maybe? Maybe because the company they work for, because they're mainstream, they weren't allowed. That's a possibility. But really, where were you? So now it's going to come out now about all the refs, and that's great that they're going to maybe fix something. I don't know. But where were you all these years? 51 years I've been watching hockey. For 51 years, I've believed that the refs are doing this. And it's finally, to me, that's proof that they are. And where was everybody that talks about it? Hippocratic. It's Hippocratic. No, that's not the word. Hypocritical. That's it. It's hypocritical. They are. Watch all the talking heads come down on this. But where were you before? Because we've been talking about it. I've been doing this for over 2 years, and I've been talking about this for 2 years. Here. So, anyway, there you go. That's my video. Hopefully you like it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about that. What do you think about what I'm talking about? My question about the refs and the mainstream guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section, and about anything else that up here. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I'm going to say it again. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, ring the notifications bell. That'll get you your daily fix of Blue, Blanc, Rouge right here at Talkin' Habs. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to say please stay safe out there. And we will be back with games on Tuesday, hopefully. They'll be in Ottawa to take on the Senators. And until then, please look for my Saturday night Hockey Talk live stream, which could be and might be, and I'm not going to tell you why, but it could be actually a very special episode of that. And hopefully, if it works out. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Stay safe and peace out, y'all. See you next video. Bye, everybody.